All righty, let's get this show on the road. So nice to see you all again. What have you been up to the last 3 years? Who said working? From home, that doesn't count. Working, okay. Never, never, never. Welcome to Chamber Evening 2022. If you don't know, I'm Ken Curtis. I'm your chairman, MC, and all that other stuff. If you do know, that's still who I am. We have a lot of stuff to go through tonight. We're going to be doing a bunch of thank yous. We have raffle prizes that we're going to be giving away. We have my large image on the wall here, a new edition. Good. That's a good answer. Thank you very much. I was afraid we were going to get booze on that. Actually, just so you guys know, and we welcome everybody at home on the live stream. For the first time ever, we're live streaming the event to everybody who was a virtual chamber evening person. There's about 75 people. And so what you see on the wall is what they're seeing at home as well. So hopefully that keeps working. You've got name placards on your table. If you want to, feel free to take those home with you later on. I forgot to mention it to Jeff Carlin at AVDD, but I hope you notice a special thing on your placard. Look at the front and the back. That's all I'll say. There are no centerpieces this year. Unfortunately, the florist went out of business. And I also really got to remind you, on your way out, if you have not validated your parking ticket yet, make sure you do that. There's 2 validation stations, one to the left of the bar, one right to the right as you walk out the door. If you validate your ticket, it's $8 to park. If you don't validate your ticket, it's $25 to park. We know divers don't like to spend more than they have to, so validate your ticket. As I said, we got a lot of stuff going on tonight, a lot of people to thank, people to introduce, but we want to start with the fact we're here once again at the fabulous Aquarium of the Pacific in the Great Hall under the life-size blue whale. And to officially welcome us to the aquarium, I hope you would welcome the Aquarium Dive Safety Officer for Operations here at the aquarium. It's Mr. Grady Scallon.
Thanks, Ken. I didn't realize you actually stand on a box up here. You look taller than what I thought. But anyway, I would like to thank everybody for coming this evening on behalf of the aquarium. I think it's great that you guys all come out and support a facility that we really, really, really hope we never have to actually use. So I think this is great that you guys all come out. I've actually been asked to keep this very, very short. So here we go. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. I would like to introduce the director of the Catalina Hyperbaric Chamber over on Catalina Island, Mr. Carl Huggins. Thank you.
I don't know what to do. There's a stage here. I can step up like this. Is this too high? All right. Can everybody hear me? I know I have problems with microphones. Is that better? Okay. So I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's been a bit of time since we've done this, and I hope things keep going the way they are and things keep getting better, and that we can do this next year again and have more people here, or maybe not. Maybe this is a good size to have it. But I want to thank everybody for coming out and helping raise money for the chamber, and fundraisers like this and others help raise 55% of what we need to run the chamber each year. So appreciate it and enjoy the rest of the show.
I told them to keep it short, but that's ridiculous. Hold on. This side of the room, smile. Oh, wait, oh, there we go. This side of the room, smile. We're very low budget. I have to be the designated photographer as well. All right, let me explain. Betsy, would you come grab that? All right, here I need you to pay a little bit of attention because it's a little bit different. On the raffle this year, we normally do pick a prize. The way it's going to work, Carl, can you put up the raffle prizes if we got them there on number 4? The way it's going to work is we have a list of raffle prizes on one side of your program. You see that as well. Now, normally what we do, so we have a couple of changes this year. Normally what we do is just pick a prize. I call your name, Joe Blow. You go, oh, I'm so excited. And we will run a mic over to you. Don't touch the mic. That's our people have to do that. It's a union thing. And you pick a prize off of what's ever available, okay? Now, the wrinkle this year, there's 2 wrinkles. We've got 75 or more people signed up for virtual chamber evening. We're not going to call them to see if they're watching and wait for them to call us back. We'll be here till 2 in the morning. So what we're doing for anybody who wins a virtual prize winner, whatever the most expensive thing on the list at that time is, that's what they're going to get. The way we'll know, we hope, it's a virtual winner is all the virtual people, all you people at home, we stickered their stubs at my place, and I know what those stickers look like. And unless you people are writing the exact same way my H&M printer is printing, it'll be easy to tell the difference. The other very important thing to understand is you will notice on your little prize list there, the prizes are sort of broken into 2 areas. And the bottom area is called the Mike Orlando Collection. Now, Mike Orlando is the past president of Antelope Valley Desert Divers, and unfortunately died about 1.5 years ago. But he was an avid diver, and his family wanted to donate some of the stuff. And before I explain the caveat with that, I'd like to bring up the current president of Antelope Valley Desert Divers, Jeff Carlin. Where's Jeff? Oh, right by me. And he wants to tell you just a little bit about Mike Orlando. Jeff.
Thank you, everybody. Jeff Carlin, Antelope Valley Desert Divers, and closer, this better? All right. And so I am honored to be called the president of the best Ding Dang Dive Club in California. No offense to anybody else, but we are the oldest, 50 years old. And so I got asked to come up and talk a little bit about Mike Orlando. I took the spot of Mike Orlando after he was our beloved president for many years. He brought our club back from the brink of extinction. He was an avid scuba diver, a scuba instructor, certified many people, and then one of the biggest supporters of the chamber. It's because of him that we are able to every year donate a large chunk of money, and we are honored that we were able to give $10,000 this year, and it was because of all the hard effort that Mike had done over the years. So I won't take up too much of your time. When he passed in September of 2020 and 21, we wanted to make that the year of Mike Orlando with our club. We couldn't due to obvious reasons. So 2022 will be our year of Mike Orlando. So thank you guys very much.
All right, so here's the caveat. What Mike has donated, what the family has donated, are 6 dive computers. Not too shabby. Why Mike had 6 dive computers, I have no idea. They are new in the box. There's quotes around that. These are not brand new. We want you to understand that. We put new batteries in every computer yesterday. So we know the computers work, but I want you to understand, and if you look on your little form, you'll see some dates by every computer. So you know how they're like all 5, 6 years old, but they've never been used. They've been sitting on a shelf. So I just want you to understand, anybody who takes that, we just want to make sure you understand what's going on. New in the box, never been used, but it's not like it just came off the manufacturer's shelf. So that is our caveat there. Also want to remind you, blind bid stuff, we will announce that a little later on. Hey, and the big grand prize is a fabulous trip for one of you on the Turks and Caicos Aggressor. Come on the Turks and Caicos Aggressor. Look, I know we haven't been here for 3 years, but I thought you people would remember the little applause cues. Anyhow, That's courtesy of Aggressor. It's a $3,300 value, $3,295. That will be the absolute last thing we do in the evening. You must be present to win unless you're a virtual person. And if it's a virtual person, they win. Now, if you're here and you go home and turn on your computer before we do that, that doesn't count, just to be clear. But that's the way we're gonna do that. We will get to the first round of raffle prizes in 1 second. We're gonna do about 4 at a time. So we have 4 rounds of raffle prizes. But before we start giving you stuff, we wanna give Carl one more thing. And that is another check that has nothing to do with our total tonight. But, you know, we use the Avalon Underwater Cleanup as sort of the kickoff for Chamber Day stuff every year. And we use Chamber Evening as the culmination of the Avalon Underwater Cleanup. So at this point, I'd like to bring up the chairperson of the Avalon Underwater Cleanup, Ms. Jill Bovin, who will tell you what's what.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for being here for the 24th Annual Chamber Evening. It is my great pleasure and honor to be here as I kind of wrap up my evening with my leadership for the cleanup. But USC is going to continue this, and I'll continue as a consultant. I just want to highlight some of the things that we did on our 40th annual in-person Avalon Harbor Underwater Cleanup. We had record years or record numbers for this year. We had 722 participants in this year's event. We also pulled up 2,743 pieces of debris, which was with the help of Patty Aware. And we are very excited to have them as a partner, and we hope to have them for many years to come. So Jack, we expect you there next year. We pulled up a total of 1.69 tons of debris, and we continue to do this for the 41st annual. We'll hope that you'll all join us for that in Avalon next year on February 25th, 2023. I can't believe we're saying 2023, but we look forward to another in-person event. And if I can bring Carl up, we want to say again, another record-breaking number for us. I don't have a big check to present this year because I didn't get the numbers and I didn't do what I was supposed to do because I'm kind of retired. So I didn't do the big check, but I do have a big number to present. Our record number of $11,042.33 to the chamber for 50% of the proceeds from our event this year. So here you go, Carl. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll hope to see you all again next year. Enjoy the evening. Back to Ken.
Now, you know, if someone gave me a check for $11,000, I'd say thank you. Of course, I'd also ask to see a driver's license, another form of ID, but that's a different story. All right, let's let's get on with giving you some stuff because we know that's the only reason you're really here. Who would like to win some things? That's the spirit. All right, Diana, let's start pulling. So here's the way it's going to go. We're going to pull 4 winners at a time. We don't have our normal, that's as big as our thing gets. When a prize is gone, we're having a little technical issue here. If it's yellow highlighted, it's not available. So keep an eye on the big screen up there. And let's start with our first winner. You can take anything you want. I know the type is small, but hopefully you're watching on your little program as well. And thank God Betsy still has the key to open this thing or there'd be a riot in here. Number 1. Okay. All right. The winner. This is why I love to have you write your names on down. From Dive Bleu, the leader of Dive Bleu, Kayla. Oh my God, I just won. I can't remember how to pronounce Fairholler. When I got her first name, I thought her name was Kayla Peru. Anyhow, Kayla, down there, stand up and tell us what you'd like.
I'll do the OTS full face mask, please.
Oh. Now, Kayla, I just want you to I know this is her first year here, and I just want you to understand we have 267 people at the dinner. 266 of them now hate you. Just to be clear. Very good. Congratulations. OTS is gone. All righty. Number 2. Aha. I know this guy. He's stamped his name. Michael Cass. Michael, where are you? I know you're here somewhere. There's Michael right there. Hang on. David's coming over. Michael, what would you like? I know he would have liked Dodger tickets, but we don't have those this year. Louder, Michael. I still didn't hear. He'd like the number 4. What is number 4? Oh, the double tank wings. Thank you. Okay. That's from Ursuit. Congratulations. Our next winner. Oops, upside down. Well, they can fight this one out. It's a husband and wife team. Both names are on here. Well, that's pretty stupid. Ruth and Larry Harris. Liquid Adrenaline Divers. First of all, who's going to get to choose? I'm guessing it's Ruth. If Larry's smart, Ruth does the choosing. Just a guess. What do you want, Ruth?
I'd like the ultralight, please.
Ultralight gift certificate it is, $500. Our 4th and final prize in this go round. And the winner was just up here, Mr. Jeff Carlin of Antelope Valley Desert Divers. Jeff, tell us what you'd like.
We'll go for the quilt.
That's a cool gift. The quilt is handmade by Sid Yonker. They're from actually old shirts from Chamber Evening, and it's really, really cool. Okay, those are those 4. We are done with raffle number 1. We got thank yous to be doing here. Among them are the boat people. So Andy, if you would flip me over to number 3. And there we go. We want to give a thanks to all the guys and gals who handled all the boats today. You got to remember the boats, the way this all started. This event started, give the boat guys a hand, boat gals. This event started as Chamber Day in 1989 because Roger Hess, who was captain of the Charisma at the time, understood that the chamber was maybe going to lose funding, and he said, we need a chamber. And that's where this thing all came from. So I, for years, have called Roger Hess the father of Chamber Day. And we honor his memory, and we want to thank a bunch of folks who are out diving. We're going to start off with the Asante today. And the crew was Gary Jackson. The dive master was Ollie Kaler. And the captain, well, my goodness, it's double duty. Gary Jackson. Gary, is Gary still here? There he is. Gary, give Gary a big hand, please. We appreciate you coming out. Bottom scratcher. On the bottom scratcher today, the crew was Andrew Aranda. The dive master, Helen Vitamin. Co-captains, Nicole Coleman and Sheldon Jones. Nicole and Sheldon, if you're here, stand up. They here? I don't know who's where. There they are down there. Very good. Thank you so much. Next up, we have the Sea Ray. Large crew, Jules Delia, Olga Parasal, Kevin Moe, Gene Chabanaw are the crew. Dive master, Martin Carrion. And the captain, the lovely Mike Lancaster, along with the lovely Kim Lancaster. She's actually in Hawaii. Is Mike here? Mike's not here. Very good. No problem. The Explorer crew was Mikey Lancaster. You need to understand the Explorer, apparently, they're in the witness protection program. I'm not allowed to know or say their last names. So the crew was Raymond, Bill, and Angelica. Now, the dive masters were Legion. I understand his nickname is Panda. And again, in the witness protection program, Mariah. And the captain, not only can we not say their last name, we can't even put up a picture of Aaron. So I don't think I can ask Aaron to stand up. Panda, are you here somewhere? He was here a while ago. Somewhere down there. All right, we're going to move on. Oh, and there was a co-captain was Chris. Next up, the Giant Stride. A unique situation because they actually don't do this trip till July. And they go out with the LAUPS guys. Crew will be Emma Stadelman, and the captain will be Jim Zimmerman. Jimmy here? Somewhere? No? Or he's not going to get up. One of the two. The Pacific Moon. The crew today, Sonia Harvey, Ethan Roberts, also in the witness protection program, Carla. Dive master should be in the witness protection program, Rusty Berry. And the captain, Dave Harvey, with the lovely Sonia. And Dave, where's Dave? Dave and Sonia were here a minute ago. Where are they? They may have eaten and run. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's Dave. You're standing in the shadow there, Dave. I got to get you better lighting next year. Pacific Star. The crew, Maxwell Harvey, Merrick Walski, and Elwood Harvey. Our dive master, Jim McDougall, and the captain, Jacob Harvey. Did Jacob come? No, Jacob. Okay. The Sundiver Express. Crew was Alice Duong, the dive master, Morgan Nielsen, and the captain, the lovely Kaya Heller. And I know Kaya's not able to be with us tonight. So the point is, we appreciate you all and thank you very much. Big hand, everybody, for the Dive Below captains. Go to number one, Andy. All righty. I leave that here, I leave that there, and here we go. We got more stuff to give away. Check your raffle tickets. Here we go with the next four. As soon as Betsy and Diana open the secret lock with the big raffle tickets. And I'm amazed nobody has yet shouted, mix them up. So I appreciate your reserve, though it won't last long, I'm sure. Whoop. No, it's mix them up, not throw it up. Mix them up. All right. From Eco Dive in the corner, there's now 38 of them going, oh, is it me? Is it me? Is it me? It's Jason Carton, who apparently is very popular. Jason, where are you? Ah, Jason's got a little, Jason has won a little child. And the child is part of our secret raffle stuff. Jason, what would you like? He's got to take a look at the thing. You're close enough, Jason. You can look at the wall too. Yellow's not available. What do we take it? It's not that tough a choice. There's a bunch of computers there. It's not a group decision. The Pelican. Pelican case. Very good. Pelican it is. And we cross that off. Here we go with number 2 of this round. And we have also from Eco Dive, Emily A., who's either very excited or showing off her armpits. I'm not sure which. Emily, stand up. What would you like? That's a lovely dress, by the way. Thank you for dressing up. You're eating. It's okay, you can swallow. Although we do have people here who know the Heimlich. Just saying. What would you like? Tell the microphone. What'd you say, David? Any day now. We have to be out of here by 11. Don't you need a nice computer? Got lovely computers. What do you want? What is number 12? Oh, okay. I don't have them numbered here. That's why. Got it. Number 12, it is. The Oceanic Dive computer. All right, number 3 this time. Here we go. From the California Science Center Divers, Chris Liebel. All right, Chris, take a look. What would you like? The other Oceanic Pro Plus, yes. So that's the number 11 on ours. Off we go. One more to go. And we have Chris Triplett. Where's Chris? Where's Chris? Chris Triplett. Oh, we may need another one. We may need another one. Chris Triplett going once. Chris Triplett going twice. Uh-oh. All righty. Then the other one is going to be Katie McWilliams from Zen Diving. Katie, what's your pleasure? The Dan O2 kit. And there's someone in the front here who just went, oh, which I hope is disappointment, not that you're having a stroke. Just checking. All righty. We have a few more thank yous and acknowledgments to go. Give me number 3, please, Andy. We go through a lot to get our logo every year. Now, this year actually wasn't too tough. This is our daytime logo. And the only really variation we had on it, we made a very cute circular one as well. But we sort of went with a retro look this year. Chamber Evening started out, I didn't really get all the stuff down, but it started out as it looked like water in front of the chamber, and we decided it looked a little weird. So we put a diver with water swimming, make it look like it's at night, stuff like that. Flying Dutchman is always one of my favorites and probably one of the hardest to do each year. And every year we try to make something interesting for the Flying Dutchman, because that's obviously a very unique one. But one thing we want to tell you about the Flying Dutchman, one of our former chamber crew members, as well as a friend of this event, was Mark Tulin. And we always honor Mark a little bit. As you may or may not know, he was a member of the Electric Prunes. And his deal on stage was he always wore a top hat. So if you look closely at your Flying Dutchman, and if you look very closely, you will see there's a guy in a top hat. Every single year, there is a top hat somewhere on the Flying Dutchman as a way of our remembering Mark. But those are our 3 logos from this year. And we would like to thank and recognize, and I think she's down at that end, our artist, which is Julie Aguilar. Julie, are you down there somewhere? Where's Julie? We don't know where Julie is. They're going, I don't know. She was here a while ago. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Julie. We have other speakers we'd like to bring up. The chamber, we don't want to see it get bent. And one of the ways that we do that is by consulting with this little organization known as DAN, the Divers Alert Network. And we have a representative of DAN with us tonight. And she would like to spend a few minutes talking about and letting you know what, come on, Christine, letting you know what DAN does. So please welcome Christine Tamburi.
Ooh, I'm really short. Awesome. All right. Hey, thanks, guys. Thank you for coming out tonight. First and foremost, my name is Christine, as Ken mentioned. I am from Divers Alert Network, also known as DAN. You may have heard of us before. We're kind of a big organization, but I do risk mitigation. So I don't do insurance and I don't do medicine, but I am here tonight to talk to you about how DAN supports recompression chambers such as Catalina. And thank you for being here and supporting your local chamber. This is a really important event. And over the next couple of minutes, I hope to convey why. So first and foremost, what is DAN? At the center of everything that we do is dive safety. And we've broken this down into 6 different areas of how we help divers. The first one is research. This allows us to gain credibility in the diving industry. The next one is our first aid training. So if an incident occurs, hopefully we can prepare those divers to respond. The next one is risk mitigation. Again, this is what I do for a living. So this is helping to prevent accidents before they even occur. And this is what we're most known for, our insurance. So if you have DAN insurance, fantastic. If you don't, get some type of insurance, because if you need it, you will be very grateful that you have it. Corresponding with that, we have our membership. So this provides divers with a sense of belonging in the industry. And last but not least, our medical hotline and our medical services team. We are available 24/7 for medical emergencies related to scuba diving. And if you have medical questions, we are available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. In part of our medical services team, we support recompression chambers. And I'd like to touch on 3 key facts that you may or may not know. The first one is that not all hyperbaric chambers actually treat injured divers. Not all of them have the capability to do so. And you guys are very lucky that Catalina does have that capability. The next one is that DAN does not own any recompression chambers. We do not have a chamber in the basement, and we do not have a helicopter on our roof. So if you call us and you think you are bent and have DCS, we are not going to go and get you. So again, local chamber support is incredibly important. And the last fact here, and this is the most important one of all for tonight, is that the number of 24/7 chambers around the world is dwindling. Those that can support the recompression of injured divers are becoming less and less available. So again, thank you for being here. Now, what does DAN do? Why do we exist, and how can we help recompression chambers throughout the world? Well, the first one is our RCN, or our Recompression Chamber Network. So if you call DAN and you think you are bent, our doctors can help your local physician. So we're going to refer you straight to the closest medical facility, because DCS is a diagnosis of exclusion, which means we need to rule everything else out first. So if recompression therapy is warranted, our medical team can help your physicians find the closest chamber near you. And all of these chambers in our network have been verified by our staff. The second program under the RCN is RCAP. RCAP stands for the Recompression Chamber Assistance Program. And this is basically an initiative that allows DAN to step in and help out chambers in any way, financially, mentorship, on-site inspections, what have you. And what's really great about this is Catalina actually participated in 2018. So DAN played a very small role in making Catalina what it is today, but really the staff at Catalina are doing a phenomenal job. And last but not least, we have at DAN what we call Hyperbaric Partners. This is a group that manages a couple of remote chambers throughout the world, and DAN helps out with that. And this is really it's an affiliation with these chambers, and it allows DAN to help support the local diving community. So just like here with you all supporting your local chamber, that's what DAN's trying to do around the world. And it also reduces the need for complicated evacuation, because if we don't step in, those chambers may close, which means if you get hurt in a remote location, you may have a very lengthy evacuation in front of you, which is what you do not want if you are injured. And these chambers, like I said, are located mostly remotely. So Fiji, Palau, Micronesia, Cozumel, Papua New Guinea, the Solomons, Belize, and Chuuk. So if you end up in any of those places, one of those chambers is one that we may manage. So that's what DAN does in a nutshell. If you do not have the 24/7 emergency hotline number in your phone, please take it out and put that number in your phone. It is available 24/7. Someone here in the United States, in Mexico, or New Zealand will answer your call. And if you have any questions that are chamber specific, rcn@dan.org, either myself or my boss, Francois Berman, will get back to you. So thank you so much. And again, thank you for supporting your local chamber.
Big hand for Christine, please. And a bigger hand for Dan. I got to tell you, as some of you know who know me, over the years, I've had to send divers to the chamber, and a couple of times I had to call Dan. One time in the middle of Mexico, and the only way to get a cell signal was I had to stand in the crow's nest at about 10 at night as the boat is pitching back and forth. to get a hold of Dan. And of course, it was someone I knew there. They says, "Oh, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm up in the crow's nest. We got an issue." And they're right on top of it. So an invaluable resource. If you don't have Dan insurance, you should for two reasons. One, you're smarter than that. Two, it supports good stuff. So we would ask you to do that. One more quick Dan story. When I got certified originally as an instructor in 1980, Dan was not as formalized as it is now. I was in Virginia. We had a deal with Duke University, which is where Dan started, that if we had a diver in Richmond, Virginia get bent, they were going to send an ambulance up the I-95. We were going to drive down I-95. We had a designated spot to meet and do a transfer so they could get them treated. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into Dan. It's a really great organization. You should be supporting it. Thank you, Christine, for flying out. And she's going to go dive Catalina in the park tomorrow. So she's looking forward to that. Do not end up in our chamber at the end of the day tomorrow. And remember, 24 hours to fly after diving. I don't want to hear your name again. All right. We got more raffle prizes coming up. We got 4 more. Let's get to it. A couple of thank yous and some other stuff coming on. And here we go. Betsy's telling me they're giving, if you can't see, by the way, they're spinning the bucket each time. So things we hope are getting mixed up. Here we go. 1 of 4. God bless you all for writing your names on these. It makes it so much easier. Ashley Lewis. Where is Ashley? Right there. Ashley, stand up. Stand up so our mic people can find you. What would you like? One more time. I still can't hear. Oh, the artwork. Oh, that is so cool. Stephen Holman is a lovely artist, and you got it. Framed artwork it is. And we will, Ashley, just so you know, we don't have it. We'll arrange for you and Stephen to get together. It'll either be delivered or picked up. All right, here we go again. Well, we're going to let them fight over it. This is another married couple, but they didn't write whether it was the husband or the wife. And we'll see if they're still here. Is either Ron or Beth Beltramo around? Beth? Oh, and her kid's going, come on, we won something. We won something. Hang on, we'll bring a mic over to you. David, can you get over to him? Who's doing the choosing? Who's doing the choosing? All right, let the kid choose. It's sort of like let the Wookiee win. Let the kid choose. All right, what do you want? What do you say? Any day now. David, I can't hear a word. I can't hear a word they're saying. I can't hear you, David. I am so glad we have these microphones. What is it? Yeah, the problem, all I'm hearing is the Zunto Viper. Good one. Take it. Take my Viper, please. Thank you. All right. Number 3 in the series. We got from Pacific Wilderness, like he needs gear, Jeff Smith. While he's deciding what he wants and how much he can resell it for, I will point out that Jeff is always, every year, our #1 first challenge donor. Every year, $1,000. Every year calls me up. We appreciate that. And he's about to make a little of that back.
I'll take the PADI e-learning.
Oh, the PADI e-learning. Because I've seen Jeff dive. And did you want the open water course, sir? Or it's good for the PADI e-learning. Good for your choice of stuff. And the PADI people are all back there. So you can probably pick whoever you want your instructor to be or everything else. All good. All good. One more. I think that's 4, right? All right. We got, she wrote V, but I know it's Veronica Anderson. She's back at our prize table. Veronica, what you want? David, you know, you could walk a little faster. You're not that old. The man invented the word saunter. Well, guys, well, all I'm hearing through the mask is Turks and Caicos. Good try. What do you want? Why don't you take a nice computer? How about another Viper? How about a Zoop? No, don't examine them now. Just take something. You're killing our momentum here. The Wisdom. All righty. Sherwood Wisdom it is. Okay, I think that was our 4. Let's go in and if you pop up, hopefully, David. Yep, number 3 for me again. If you look up at the wall right here, Flying Dutchman will go through David 3, or I mean Andy 3. There we go. So Flying Dutchman, of course, you know, is our fake boat. We hope you know that. Nobody called this year to ask where the boat leaves from, which was very nice. Don't laugh. Every year I get a call at 7 in the morning. I'm trying to find the Flying Dutchman. Where does it leave from? And I say, sir, you're not smart enough to be certified. Just to, you know, we had 114 divers on the Dutchman this year. The captain thanks you very much. The scroll is on the website. I'm sure you can all read your names like that. Let you know if you're on the Flying Dutchman, the t-shirts, the way it works, we're going to print it up after this event is over. It'll be around mid-July that we will get them in the mail to you. And if you still want to sign up for the Flying Dutchman, we leave the boat open for another week or so. A word about the Chamber Challenge. Geez Louise, I guess that's 2 words. The Chamber Challenge has just become an amazing driver of this event. And it just this year blew me away. So I know you won't be able to read all the names, but we try to acknowledge our gold level donors, many of whom are here tonight, $1,000 to $49.99. You remember I mentioned Jeff and Pacific Wilderness. We go a lot of times in reverse order. So he's down towards the bottom because he was early, not because he was last. We acknowledge our diamond donors, or our platinum level donors, $5,000 to $99.99. And again, many of those people are here tonight as well. Some individuals, some clubs. And believe it or not, we actually have 3 people who give us $10,000 or more. All 3 of them are here tonight. The Sherry Griswold Foundation, Glenn Sudd, and the aforementioned Antelope Valley Desert Divers. So it's an amazing thing. Now I want to give you a little perspective on the challenge. Our good records go back to about 2000. And in 2000, the challenge did $30,662, okay? Which is roughly the equivalent of what those 3 people I just mentioned give now. Because you fast forward ahead to 2022, and as of noon today, and in all candor, I have not checked the website this afternoon to see if there's any late stuff coming in, but as of noon today, I would never have predicted that I would be saying this number, because last year, you know, we did 113,000. And I went, are we out of our minds? Well, we are, because this year we actually hit 120. Absolutely amazing. I would normally say effing amazing, but we're doing a webcast, so I have to watch my language. But anyhow, thank you very much for all of you for doing the challenge, and just an incredible thing. Andy, this is where we do that little switch. We've got one more segment coming up. It's a little video that we're gonna run, and we'd ask you to sort of keep an eye on the wall, and you'll see what I mean when this comes up. But we also, as part of this, we want to explain. We have a couple of crew members who are going to explain why they like to go out on Chamber Crew. So this may take me a second. Hit the play button there, Andy, and we should be good to go.
I'm Sid Yonker. I've been volunteering with the Chamber Crew for about 8 years in 2 stints. I originally got into volunteering with the crew when I was living there in Two Harbors, and I did so I could help divers when they need to be treated, as well as so I could learn more about decompression illness and its treatment. I returned to volunteering because I saw the need to keep the chamber open, and having crew there allows the chamber to be open 24/7 and therefore available when people need it. It also helps me because I get to keep learning, and that's always a good thing. So thank you for your support in keeping the chamber open and running as well. Thank you.
And now for the difficult part of the evening. Every year we lose dive buddies, occasionally through a dive accident, most of the time through old age or other natural causes. But we try to remember some of those people each year here at Chamber Evening, and that's what we'd like to do right now.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't I? Well, I see trees of green and red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, singing, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Thank you.
My name is Mike Peterson, and I've been a chamber volunteer for 2 years now. What initially attracted me to volunteering at the chamber was the opportunity to spend more time on Catalina Island, especially at Two Harbors, which is like a tropical island paradise. What keeps me coming back, though, are the people I've met volunteering. We've got students and teachers, healthcare workers, law enforcement, NASA scientists, you name it. Just a fascinating group of people who I really enjoy hanging out with. So thank you for supporting Chamber Day and Catalina Hyperbaric Chamber in our very important mission.
All righty, back to the topic at hand. If you notice by the end of Dr. Bill, if you read that thing down there, we have a motion with California Fish and Wildlife to rename not the land portion of the park, but the water portion, which is controlled by the state. So the actual MPA, to rename it the Dr. Bill Bushing Casino Point Marine Protected Area. And our petition has been accepted. There will be a hearing in June that they'll vote on it. The hearing is going to be somewhere here in LA. If you keep an eye either on my Reef Seekers website, scuba board, or diver.net, we'll post when and where. You're welcome to come to that and speak for. I would hope no one speaks against it, but we'll see what's what. We also have, there we go. We also have some other people we need to recognize and thank. You're all going to get to cheer for yourselves here, which I know you all like to do. And then we have some more stuff to give away. But before we do that, let's let you cheer for yourselves. Give me number 3, please. And off we're going to go with our table sponsors tonight, because without you guys, this thing is tough to do. Antelope Valley Desert Divers, Barnacle Busters, front and center, Beach City Scuba, California Science Center Dive Team, Deep Blue, Dive Blue. They're new for us, by the way. Eco Dive Center, Global Underwater Explorers, aka GUE, Into Deep, Liquid Adrenaline Divers, Pacific Wilderness. It's alphabetical order in case you haven't caught on. Patty, the corporate people are here. Reef Seekers Dive Company. And show me a little love here. The Sherry Griswold Foundation. Scuba.com, brand new for us this year. Signature Scuba. South Orange County Dive Club, aka SOCDC, and Zen Dive Company. Now we're not quite done because who filled multiple tables? We want to recognize again our multiple table fillers with 2 tables tonight. Please give a second round of applause to Beach City Scuba, Signature Scuba, and Zen Dive Company, who filled 3 tables. Well, sadly, nobody did. This is my sad face. But that's because the people had 3. They went ahead and took 4 tables. Please give it up for Eco Dive Center. Come back here a second. Come back. I want to say one word about Eco. What's a couple of words? But they really get into this, and Ron and Beth Beltramo really take this on every year, and I appreciate the fact that this is so important to them. Thank you all very much. We also want to recognize the fact that we have virtual table sponsors, and those are just as important to us as the in-person. And some are duplicates. Barnacle Busters, Beach City Scuba, California Science Center, Dive and Surf, GUE, Hollywood Divers, Into Deep Diving, Liquid Adrenaline, Reef Seekers Dive Company, and Signature Scuba. I have to go through the list before it advances on me, but the point is we really do appreciate all of these people very, very much. I also want you to understand this event does not happen just with me. There's an awful lot of people you do not see behind the scenes, and we're going to take a second to recognize them right now. If this will advance, I hope it advances. Well, maybe it isn't advanced. There we go. The Chamber Day 2022 committee. This is all the committee people. If you're a committee member, just stand up. Just give them a round of applause, because for one thing, we start working on this in December. And if for no other reason, for them to put up with me for 6 months deserves a round of applause. We have, yes, it does. We have a stuffing committee. It is made up of Susie Horowitz, who's in, believe it or not, Africa right now, Betsy Suttle and Marilyn Lawrence. And I'm going to single out Betsy and Marilyn for a second. If you want to come out of they're here in the AV hallway. They probably more than any two other people put up with me. Betsy and Marilyn have been my assistants for umpteen years, and they spend more time in my living room than probably they'd like to admit. But without them, this thing just does not happen. Shirley Perry, John Lum, me, and Oliver, Marilyn's dog. Oliver tires very easily, so that's Oliver working out. Our bankers tonight, taking care of the money, Marilyn, Betsy, and Shirley Perry. We want to give a hand for the prize procurers. Clara Johnson, who can't be with us tonight, working with Signature Scuba. Kim Lancaster, also not with us tonight, with the Sea Ray dive boat. We want to thank the AOP dive people and who were selling your raffle tickets and everything else. Give them a big hand, please. And remind you that next year, we're always looking for new blood. The idea of this committee is we try to be fairly transparent. And if you're interested in lending a hand, we'd love to have you. Just get a hold of me at chamberday@aol.com. We're doing not too bad on time, but before we do the last four prizes, we have one person we'd like you to hear from again. And he said he's not doing a PowerPoint. He's just going to talk a little bit. So would you please welcome back up Carl Huggins.
So, because Ken admonished me, I must apologize to Jill for not stepping up and thanking the cleanup people for the check. I was following Ken's instructions to keep it moving. So one of the things I want to do is to throw it out to the people who actually make the chamber work. I just run the program and do my best to coordinate two part-time people in the operations, but it's the actual volunteers who come from the dive community that come over, spend time on the island, people on the island who give of their time to be available in case there's a diving accident to help with the treatment. So I'd like all the people who are volunteers at the chamber to stand up and be recognized. So a lot of people over there. So. Larry. And we're always looking for more volunteers. Unfortunately, during the pandemic, we've lost some of the people. Not that they died, it's just getting out to the island became a chore and they drifted off to other activities. So we're looking at trying to get some more classes going now that things are opening up. So if anybody's interested in joining the crew, just send an email to chamber@usc.edu indicating your interest, and we will put you on the list for when we get the classes scheduled. One of the other things that I wanted to talk about is that people are starting to get back in the diving. I'd like to see how many people have been diving in the last year. Have been diving. Okay, so that's good. One of our concerns is that if you haven't been diving for a while, what do you have to do? You have to get your gear together. You have to get it checked out, make sure it's working, make sure that you're not going to have problems with it. But the other thing, and I'm a direct testament to this, is that you have to look at yourself as well to see if you are in the fitness that you need to be out there and diving. And it's one of the things I have to get back into swimming and get myself back into shape before I'm going to go on another dive. So to evaluate yourself, your physical fitness and your stamina and your ability to handle yourself in an emergency, because hopefully no emergencies do happen, but if they do happen and you exert yourself to help yourself or your buddy get back to the shore or get back to the boat, you want to get yourself in good physical shape. And then the other thing is mental shape. Last few years has done a lot of stress for people. And if you're working at a heightened anxiety level, then there's a higher chance for panicking in a stressful situation. So just, there's a lot of various mindfulness programs out there that you can take advantage of to try to relax and try to diffuse some of the stress that you may be having from the last few years, and take care of that as you're transitioning yourself back into diving. Because the last thing we want you to do is get back in the water and have something happen and need to come to see us. So just take care of yourself, and thank you all very much for showing up and helping support the chamber. And turn things back over to Ken.
I see you all looking at your watches. We're actually wrapping up. Believe it or not, I always try to get us out of here by 10:15. We won't miss it by much. Here's what we got left. We're going to do the blind bid. We have 4 more raffle prizes. We have a big check to present to Carl. We're doing the final tallying right now. Bear with us a few minutes. Oh, that's right. We'll be giving away that trip to Turks and Caicos on the Aggressor that Veronica tried to steal. We want to do the winner of the blind bid first. This is for the Zoll AED Plus with a $1,699 value. And hopefully he doesn't have a heart attack when he realizes he won this with a bid of $851. Talk about a steal. Ross Fleischman. There's Ross over there. So if on your way out, if any of you are feeling like a heart palpitation or anything, go see Ross. He's now got the thing to get you. We got four things to go. Let's see what we got as Betsy unlocks the secret door. All righty. We've got, this is either KIB or KJB. And if we don't know who that is, any clue? Oh, I guess I could read the ticket number. I guess I should have put my reading glasses on. 03308. KJB, KIB, going once, going twice. The number is still 03308. Ah, we have a virtual winner. I know you can't tell, but this is one of my stickers. Andrea Horwat. Andrea, you won what? I think we're going with a Zoop NovoRisk computer. Andrea, congratulations. At home, that's what you won. Fantastic. Next up, it's another virtual winner. I can tell from the sticker. And this is Vance Burberry. Lives in Redondo. Party in Redondo tonight. Congratulations, Vance. You get the other Zoop computer. We got 2 Patty e-learning courses left to go. And that is Leroy Harhausen. And if anybody needed some more teaching, it's got to be Leroy. I got one more. I got one more. I need one more. Oh, you're there. I can't see Diana's down there. Our final winner from the Antelope Valley Desert Divers is Clarkson. Who's Clarkson? Right there. Very good. We'll get you the certificate. All right. We're going to do the final calculations on the check. We want to give you a little bit more information about why people like diving the chamber and watch the wall. And this time, I promise you, the audio will work because we actually plugged in the plug. Have at it.
Hi, my name is Brittany Singer. I'm a volunteer over at the USC Catalina Hyperbaric Chamber. I got involved with the chamber for the same reason a lot of other people do. I was looking for a way to give back to my local scuba diving community, and this seemed like the perfect way to do it. And a few weekends on Catalina Island sounded like a good time. But honestly, once I got involved with volunteering over there, I learned that it's so much more than that. Yes, we're giving back to our fellow scuba divers in the community, but so many more communities are touched with this hyperbaric chamber. I personally really enjoy all of the school tours that come over. Oftentimes, it's these children's first experience with the island and starting to learn about the ocean. We actually take them into the chamber and do a 1 foot drop. Though that doesn't sound like a lot, it's really exciting for them to get to do. So I think that it's great that we're teaching them that their math and science and physics classes that we're taking, how it can actually apply. And hopefully we're sparking the interest of, a new generation of ocean conservationists and scuba divers, and maybe getting them interested in hyperbaric medicines. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that is participating in Chamber Day and Chamber Eve and virtually again this year. This chamber couldn't keep going without everyone's support. And I just want to say thank you again, and to all of the communities that we are touching with this.
Hi, my name is Tony So. I want to thank everyone for diving in to support the Catalina Hyperbaric Chamber. I've been on crew for just over 5 years now. As a diver, I learned about decompression sickness, lung overexpansion injuries, and the hyperbaric chambers used to treat them. So I joined chamber crew so I could get the hands-on experience to understand what those meant. And I keep coming back because I think this is super cool. And every weekend I'm out here, I get this, which I think is one of the most beautiful places on earth. Anyway, thanks again, and hopefully I'll see some of you out here in the not too distant future. Thank you.
And to be clear, when he says he'd like to see you out there, he means coming in vertically, not horizontally, please. So that's why people work at the chamber. Let's talk about what you've done tonight to help fund the chamber. As you know, you already know we did a bang up job on the challenge, 120,000 and change. Last year, we set a record of just under $169,000. I said to myself, hey, that was phenomenal. Pandemic year. We didn't have to we write about a $30,000 check for the dinner stuff tonight. We don't pay the aquarium anything, just for the catering and stuff. And I'm going like, we're writing a $30,000 check. There's no way we're hitting that number again. But we were doing okay. Well, guess what? We hit that number again. In fact, we did a little better than that. Through your generosity, all I do is badger you for 6 months. But through your generosity, you raised tonight $176,144, an absolute new record. And we even have, feel like the Lion King, the mock check to give to Mr. Huggins. Carl, come up and get your loot. If anybody wants to take pictures, this is the time. The diving paparazzi are not as exciting as the Hollywood version, but good job, everybody. Good job.
Oh, this is amazing. This is wonderful. We've been trying to, with the funds we got last year, we've been trying to make improvements at the chamber, putting in some new flooring, adding monitors for classes. And with this, we can continue to maintain the chamber with what we need and also extend a little bit into making some improvements. So this is very nice, and it's wonderful and amazing that we actually beat last year. I didn't think it was going to happen, but thanks to all of you and everybody out there that made it happen. So enjoy the rest of your night, and thank you again.
All right, let's send someone to Turks and Caicos. By the way, I'm going to Bonaire in 2 weeks. It's not out of any of the funding that we're raising tonight. I just want to be clear on that. We have a trip for one to the Turks and Caicos. Again, the rules are you need to be here to win. If you're virtual, that's okay. And hopefully we know the name of the virtual person. This is an electronic drawing. This is not one of your raffle tickets. Every one of your names was entered one time into the database. Carl, you want to call up the magic fishing pond. And I'll tell you what, Jeff Smith, you indicate to me when Carl should hit the button that will pull the name out. And so if you don't like it, remember it's Jeff's fault. It doesn't matter. Just you tell me and there. Go. And the winner is Steve Nelson. Who's Steve Nelson? Right there? Very good. Congrats. Steve, stand up. So everybody, and he's dressed for the part too. Listen, thank you all very much for coming tonight. I aimed for 10:15. It's 10:19. If anybody wants to join Steve, go become his best friend right now. Thank you all very much for making this a phenomenal chamber evening. Thank you at home watching virtually. Drive safely. Don't forget to get your parking ticket validated on the way out. And one of you dropped the parking ticket. We have it here in the hallway. If you don't have your ticket, come see us. Otherwise, it's $25. Have a great, safe evening, everyone. And thank you so very, very much.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together?
God, sing a song and bring the sunny weather.
Happy trails to you. Till we meet again. Some trails are happy ones.
Others are blue.
It's the way you ride the trail that counts. Here's a happy one for you. Happy trails to you. Until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together? Just sing a song in the sunny weather. Happy trails to you. Till we meet again. Happy trails to you.
So long, farewell, I'll be the same good night. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. So long, farewell, I'll be to say adieu. Adieu, adieu, to you and you and you. So long, farewell, oh what I'll be to say. I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne. So long, farewell, I'll be to say goodbye. I leave and leave a sigh and say goodbye, I'm glad to go. I cannot tell a lie. I flit, I float,